Stargate Hellraiser again, and more 3-2 spoilers. Took us an extra week, and more than a couple of runs of frustration. But here's an A7 clear for you. After a couple of trash pulls, which split the party in half, we get put together for quick thinks, all thoughts here. And this is a heavy mechanics fight. I was actually very happy that I was able to get this within about an hour of the reset, because now this is the first set of mechanics, and it basically does those yellow circles that will hit you for damage and do a significant bleeding debuff. Here's the next one, Zoom Doom. One player will be marked and marked prey. We try to put him or her over at letter A, and it depends on which get picked up. The first one's DPS. The rest of us have ads on the outside. Now this DPS is supposed to do absolutely nothing. There's a major fire debuff that if he even walks, he's going to get nailed. So of course you killed the 2 ads. Quick thinks is back, but now we all go over to the padlock, and I'm a little surprised the dancing doesn't damage him either, but there you go. Now, of course, that mark you see, that's Sizzle Beam. Whoops. Which is also a significant electrocution debuff. At about 3k a pop. Oh, by the way, oops. I was, of course, trying to get out of everybody else's way. Here comes the second round of Zoom Doom, which takes another DPS. Now we'll give him an ad in a poison room, and he's got 15 seconds to kill it before he dies to the poison. Again, we have ads on the outside. This is really another one of those fights that is showing how 3-2 is supposed to be. You better know what the hell you're doing here, boys and girls. And this is really where 3-2 departs significantly from some of the other stuff. Sizzle Spark, that's not fun. Now, of course, those spikes are still up. Those are a flesh wound, which is a small DOT, and vulnerability up if you end up having to step in them. Key part of the fight upcoming when those spikes go away. Shanoa, the cat. That cat will spawn 2 true hearts in the middle of the fight. If either of those get to the boss, significant buffing to the boss on a stack, and it's pretty much a wipe. So basically what I do at this point is I go ahead and I follow the cat around. The tank is supposed to get the boss away from the cat to give us as much time and room as possible. Oh, by the way, those balls, that's 10,000 damage if you get hit by one of them. That's another problem. Here comes the other one, and it looks like it's pretty close. And of course you have to keep an eye on the one ball, and there will be 2 in a later iteration. It's pretty close, but we got it. So those 2 are done. That's that mechanic taken care of. Of course, if you wait too long, it'll actually speed toward it and you're screwed. Zoom Doom. This third one is a tank. He gets a powerful monster ad he has to beat, same as the DPS's, and we have ads to take care of while we're getting picked off here by quick things. So this is actually going pretty well here. Heavy healer fight, heavy healer fight. Now we get 3 bars of limit break. And of course, I'm almost ready to call that we're going to hold this in case the healer needs it to raise everybody. Nope. The monk throws final heaven. Now the fourth Zoom Doom impacts the healer. And that healer has to try to shut down the poison that's going to hit the room here pretty hard. First off, the healer's got to try to find the poison vent that will shut off the poison in the room and then heal their way through it. This is a great fight to force people to actually learn their rules in a raid level setting. So basically now what we have is we're in pretty good shape. Boss is at 47%. Here comes that annoying lightning again, Sizzle Spark, for about 5k a shot. The tanks, of course, are getting vulnerability up stacks, which are forcing tank swaps. The fight gets significantly easier in my mind once you complete all of the mechanics once. So of course now you have to deal with all of those circles again. Whoops, there's the bleeding. That is a 60-second bleeding. Here's Uplander Doom. About a third left on the health here. And here comes a part that I failed at 3 previous attempts at because the tank just would not move all thoughts away here. Oop, the bombs. Yep, this first. It's like I'm trying to find a way to separate the bombs, and boom. Not fun, but you deal with it. Whoops, Sizzle Spark takes me out. Heavy healers in this fight. It's a healer fight. Now you got 2 balls. And here comes the second cat phase, which is something I failed 3 previous times. Now, of course, remember, there's also 2 balls going in at the same time. There's 1 heart. This is a good 10-minute fight. I mean, this is a good 10 minutes. This is not... This is, you know... This is no joke. I'm, of course, trailing the cat and trying to avoid the balls. And the second true heart. Oh, here comes a Sizzle Beam. Biggest problem with that Sizzle Beam is also there's some electrocution debuff, too. Barely. That thing was sprinting for it. Now it's gone all the way around. So now we're back to the DPS with the padlock. We fall into a bit of a trap here. That trap being... We're now in the last 15% or so, and everybody wants to push for the victory, forgetting, of course, that we still need to worry about the mechanics of the fight. So, of course, I go over to try to take out the padlock and free our comrade. And, of course, I have that flesh wound and the vulnerability up. And I'm weaknessed. And, of course, you know where this ends, don't you? Now that the weakness is off. Osiris Gold seems to recall my name from someplace as another LB3 hits. Were you on LBR? Yeah, no shit. But that's what it is. It's like, okay, it's all good. And there is an A7 kill. And I answer him after the fight. Crunch. And a polite nod. So there it is. That is the A7 kill. With a small burp there, but now I try to get the lens. Unfortunately, I don't get that. So I keep going. I get that. No, not that. I do, however, get that. That's my A7 clear for the week. And it's on to A8 and Voltron. So Stargate Hellraiser with more 3-2 coverage. See you soon.